Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So, as expected, came back to test this level again, and when you look at it on the lower time frames, it actually you would have been forgiven for thinking it's going to get going to the downside. So this is 18,640. So the moral of the story here is this is a strong uptrend. This is a consolidation phase. It's now almost turning into a sort of a weird diamond formation. So in other words, draw a level along the bottom fractals, along there, along those top two, and along those top two. You'll get a weird diamond structure. Now, that is just a consolidation pattern, which is, from my perspective, just simplify it, it is a range. Okay, there's only one touch to the top of the range, but I think if we start drilling down through the time frames, you'll probably see a zone of more than one touches. So that to me is the middle of the range. So those are the three levels, and honestly you could count that as a level, but we did get above it. Anyway, regardless of what we think, we're in amongst the moving averages. We are going sideways. There is no real opportunity here for us to look for a decent move. So this is what I mean by yesterday. I think we'd be forgiven for thinking looks like this is a break to the downside, and a lot of people would have taken that and then got ambushed at the bottom here. So big down, big up. So that has left us with a pin bar on the daily. There it is there. Look at these three daily tails, story of threes, and 1, 2 pin bars. That's a fairly solid pin bar. Look how small that body is. So that to me is extremely bullish. The minute you start drilling down through the time frames, you'll see, we're confused. There's no doubt about that. Big up, big down, big up, in amongst the moving averages, above and below the moving averages. But with that daily pin bar on the 15-minute, I would argue that we should be looking for a move to the upside. Look at the diversion setting up already. You see there's a low, that's a higher low currently, no fractal formed yet, so it's not really confirmed, but look at my oscillators forming a lower low and separating and turning off the bottom. So this is a very, very, very strong indicator that we're looking for some kind of a move to the upside. So I'm just going to come back the hour quickly just to see what structure we have below us. We are at one level, and then we have this fairly strong level here, 18737, and there's one more we need to pay attention to. It's going to be in this area right by the 150 EMA at 18719. So get back down to the 15-minute. I think we are being influenced by the Feds and the wait and see game that we are looking at for the Feds. But if you just do your homework, you'll see that the economy in Britain and the UK, sorry, Britain and the UK, but the UK and Europe is faring a lot better at the moment than what the US is. It's almost like they've come out of the bottom and they're starting gradually to get better, or get stronger, I suppose is a better word. Now, I don't say everybody's out the woods just yet, but by the looks of things, I think the US is lagging on the European market. So when you start looking at the macroeconomic data, you start seeing a little bit of a stronger picture, which is why the DAX has been on a bit of a tear at the moment. So I don't think that's finished yet. I think we just paused at the moment waiting for the Americans to come out with their song and dance with the Feds, and then we should get moving again. So moral of the story for me today is probably still a wait and see, but I would definitely be paying attention to the 18737 and then also 18719. A level at the moment to the upside is 18767, and just look left and you can see there's a lot going on there. So we need to get above that, really, that 186.7 18767, sorry. We need to get above it, build a base, find some support here, and that is the trigger I would be looking for moves to the upside. So this daily pin bar is telling. A lot of times you get another move down to form another pin bar, and you can use your Fibonacci expansions for that. So come down to the 61.8 extension, and then the buyers would step in off there for a move to the upside. There are one or two gaps. There's a gap all the way down the bottom here. You can see that at 18655. Then you have another gap right over there at 18684. Then you have another gap over here, and that is 18730. So you can see how confused this market is. There are gaps the upside, gaps the downside, all the way through this move, on the way down and on the way up. So take it with a pinch of salt. I think the safe bet for me is just to sit back and wait. Wait for all the politicians to finish their nonsense, and then we should start getting an opportunity to get in on this. If we do get some strong moves above 18767, I'd be looking for the pullback for an opportunity to buy into it. But for all intents and purposes, we are ranging, and just drill down to, or drill out to the 8th hour, and you see what I mean. That gives you a very clear picture. Oscillators, no real indication yet that we're going to continue. So we really do need to get above this 18767, and your upside target is only going to be 18869. Until we clear that and build a base on that, then we're still in a range. So that's kind of how it's working out. Yeah, that's kind of me today. We'll continue just sitting back and waiting for now, and something's going to give. I don't think it's going to give to the downside, not with the buyers stepping in like they are, but probably going to be some pressure to the upside, and that should get us moving again. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.